Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing something a little different with you. Today we are at Goodwill Outlets. I've never been to a Goodwill Outlets before. I've only recently heard of them actually. I guess what they are is it's sort of like a Goodwill, but I mean it is a Goodwill, but the items aren't processed. So I don't know if this is like before the items get to the store or the reject items no one bought, but the items are just in like loose in bins. They're not priced, so it is literally a treasure hunt because you're having to dig through the stuff, which I've heard can be kind of gross because the stuff is sometimes dirty. So I brought some gardening gloves along because I don't have latex gloves, so we're gonna try that. Sorry if I sound gravelly and dead, by the way. My insomnia was super bad last night and I didn't sleep, so I'm a little like wonky right now, but it was beautiful out and I had planned to do this, and I was like, I am not gonna stay at home and feel sorry for myself or depressed. I'm gonna go out there and do what I planned, because honestly that would probably put me in a better frame of mind anyway. So the only thing I'm a little concerned about is so the other thing I forgot to mention is that because these items are just unpriced and in bins, they're actually priced by the pound. So you can get some insane deals. And because of that, you get a lot of people who have resale stores on eBay and such who come here because you can get really great resale deals. So that's what I'm concerned about, because I've heard that it can be a madhouse because they'll put out new bins of stuff throughout the day and everyone just swarms. But based on the reviews I read about this location, it's mostly the clothes and the shoes, and I'm not really looking for clothes and shoes. Ideally, like what I'm on the hunt for, my treasures would be like vintage My Little Ponies, because I don't have any of those. I would love to find some early 90s My Little Ponies. I think that'd be great. Even if they're in bad shape, I love restoring things, so I think that would be awesome. I'd also be into vintage Disney Parks items. I wouldn't mind finding a cute shelf to refinish. I am definitely cool with finding some ornaments and that kind of thing. So anyways, hopefully I don't get trampled. Hopefully we have like end up finding some cool things that I can show you after this. So let's get our hands dirty, or metaphorically dirty, as we put on our gloves and get into it. So I'm so excited because my first ever Goodwill Outlets trip was super successful. It wasn't scary at all, which is so great. My energy's back, as you can tell. Yeah, Percy was sad because he was alone for so long while Mom was looking at stuff. Oh yes, oh yes. So I'm really glad that at the beginning of this video I mentioned what I was looking for, because there's proof now that I found exactly what I was looking for, which is really awesome because I was looking for some specific things in a way. So because it's in the footage and I was just waving her around a second ago, I will show you my first vintage-ish My Little Pony. I say vintage-ish because she's from the early 2000s, 2002, but it's still, you know, pre-Gen 4. And what I'm so excited about and really love is her cutie mark. It's actually a cup of tea. And you know it's tea and not coffee or cocoa because it's got the little tea bag. And I'm obsessed with tea, by the way, if I haven't already mentioned this. So I almost feel like it's a pony of me because I would maybe have a cutie mark of a cup of tea. And she's got little hearts in her eyes, which is pretty. Her head doesn't turn. I don't know if that's normal. I feel like it should be able to turn. She's got blonde and pink strands in her hair. It does look messy, but it isn't matted. And I have a wig conditioning spray and a wig brush that will fix this really easily. So I was so excited to find her. They have one other from this generation. She was 2006. But her cutie mark, she was so pretty, but her cutie mark was half melted off. And I'm like, there's no way I can fix that. That's not even doing that, but she was really pretty. So at least I got her. I also found a My Little Pony for McDonald's. I thought she was really, really cute. I hadn't seen this one before. Her hair is matted. This, my wig conditioning spray won't fix. I'm going to try to use actual hair conditioner on her to see if I can work that through. And at the very least, I'll braid it. But I think she's the perfect size for my Eat-A bag. So I was like, sure, I'll throw her in. Because like I said, the stuff was by the pound. All of this came to $10, by the way. The heaviest thing that I got was this giant thermos, like stainless steel, huge, for picnics and stuff. So most of the weight was probably from that. Still pretty good deal. The other thing I know I'd mentioned, I wanted to find a shelf. And I did, and it's tiny, and it's double hearts, and obviously it's kind of rough right now. Well, what I wanted to do is simply sand off the old finish, and the weather's been so nice, I can just sit out on the deck, sand that off, then I'll just primer it, and I'd like to paint each heart like a cute pastel color. Maybe the shelf part will be white, and then just some glitter. And it's so lightweight, I don't have to use a stud finder, but it's gonna go somewhere, probably in this room, and I'll have to find something extra cute to put on it because it can't exactly hold very much. But that's perfect. It's not an overwhelming project, just a cute little shelf I can use. As far as collectibles go, or toys, I did find a cupcake doll. Now this is one of the new ones. This is not a vintage cupcake doll, which were what I grew up with. The vintage ones that I had were also quite a bit bigger. I knew they came out with a new line, but the ones I'd seen were the bigger size dolls. I hadn't seen any little ones like this, and I love that she was in her packaging, not at all damaged. So I'd like to see if she is scented, because the original cupcake dolls were scented. She is! She's vanilla-y, so her hat does not come off, which is probably a good thing. I was always losing the top part. Okay, so what you're supposed to do is that. She does not look like a cupcake. That is kind of the whole point of a cupcake doll. Okay, so I'm not sure what that looks like, but I'll probably keep her like this. Still, she's just fun, and maybe that'll go on the shelf somewhere. Check out this. Okay, so this is a Bedhead brand waver, and I've wanted to get into waving my hair, or at least try it out. But these are like 40 bucks. And Goodwill Outlets actually has a testing spot, so you can at least see if the electronics turn on. Obviously, I wasn't going to stand around to wait for it to heat up, and it's not a big deal. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I mean, it's in really good shape. It's pink and super hardcore, and it did turn on, so I was happy with that. I found a My Little Pony vintage style, the End of Flutter Valley DVD set. Well, it's one DVD, but it has several episodes of the vintage 80s cartoon, and I've actually never seen that. Mother's Day weekend is actually a My Little Pony convention up here, so I've been kind of wanting to go with a vintage pony theme, so I'm gonna watch up on some of the older stuff before the con. So this is perfect. Hopefully it's not too scratched, it just looks smudged. I found an ornament. So look at this. Look at this Sebastian. So this is from the 80s. This is from 1989, which is the year that The Little Mermaid came out. And I know that because that year, my brother and I were like super little, and McDonald's was having a promotion thing, and my mom and dad got me the Flounder and my brother Sebastian. I don't know why Sebastian's making that face. This is his caroling face. Anyway, so I still to this day have my Flounder Christmas ornament. I hang him up every year. So now I also have Sebastian. This is just a Disney tote bag. And they were actually selling these in the parks this last Christmas. And I had been looking at these on the Shop Disney app when I was doing Christmas shopping, and I kind of wanted one. But they were like $5 and I didn't really need another tote bag. So now I have a tote bag that I still don't need, but was only 5 cents or a quarter, so I can justify it better. So this next thing's for my mom, if it works. It's a potpourri warmer with Thomas Kinkade stuff and on it, and she likes Thomas Kinkade and potpourri. So basically it doesn't have a switch. All you do is plug it in and it heats it up. So I'm just gonna plug it in and put some water in it and just see if it can get it warm. And then this can be a Mother's Day gift. Also for Christmas, I found a little teddy bear. He's a magnet. He is actually a magnet, and I actually do decorate my fridge for Christmas. So he'll work with that. I actually have some other Christmas magnets I put out, and he was too cute to say no to. And speaking of too cute to say no to, I found this little Valentine pug, and he's a little dirty. Okay, so he doesn't have the dark muzzle like you would see in a real pug. But how is this not a pug? And look at those back wrinkles. Like, he's just so cute and squishy. And he'll go, I have a pug and pony shelf, so I think I can make room for him on there. Like, he's just so cute. But my favorite thing that I found, my favorite thing relates to when I said I wanted to find a vintage Disney parks item. Not just vintage Disney, not anything licensed by Disney, vintage parks. And I found ultra vintage Fantasyland Disneyland banner. I mean, I am dying. This is amazing. I love the colors. I love the art style. I love that it's Fantasyland, which aesthetically is one of my favorite lands. And I just did a brief eBay search to kind of get a little bit of an idea of what year this is from, because all it says at the bottom is Disney Productions. I get the impression this is probably from the 60s based on just the style of the art, and the pennants were really popular then, but I didn't see any of this particular one for sale. So it is crinkled, you can see, but this is just solid felt. So I should be able to iron this out without damaging it, or even just steaming it out. So I'm gonna look into that. I'm not going to do much by way of cleaning it, because I'm really afraid to damage the design. I can look that up though, but I don't think the discoloration's too bad from the front. Just the colors still seem really vibrant to me. Tinkerbella's missing a wing. Oh wait, nope, there it is. There we go. Just the artistic side of me. So yeah, I love this. I have the perfect spot for it after I get it all ironed out and perfect. This is the best thing ever. At the end of the day, I found what I wanted. I found an older pony, I found a vintage parks item, I found some ornaments, I found a little shelf that I can do something with, and I feel a lot better for just having gotten out there and trying something new even when I didn't feel like it. So anyways, if you guys have a Goodwill Outlets, so this looks cool, I would recommend trying it out. Just make sure you have gloves and probably bring your own tote bag. It was just really easy for me to just shove things in there. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video and talk to you later. Bye!